What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pipeline monthly rounds. Fortunately, last month I was unable to do a round, so to make up for it here at the end of August, get one in. Threw a Roman off the tee and left us very pinched off, so this is really just a throw and pray from right here. That is very good, I believe. Very windy day today, so that could affect a lot of the shots and the putting. Best look we've had at the birdie so far in this series. Little circle two look and try to hide it around a tree. Too much hyzer. Should have just done that. We'll start off with a par. Hole two, I'm changing this up. Got a little S-line FD. Put it on hyzer, let it push. Fortunate landing spot here. Can really just play a slow little hyzer to the pin. There's a lot of wind though. New Z Sparkle Luna. It's very understable for a new Luna. I'm just pop it out on hyzer slow and just let it glide. I saw that off a ton, and we still have a big putt on the backside. Did filter down a good bit, have about a 15-20 footer backside looking downhill. There you go. A little high for the downhill, but nice par save, nice little putt to get the putter rolling. Very swirly wind up there, so I'm gonna throw the FD, I think close to high, like slightest bit of hyzer to flat, and try to hit the right side, pull it, see what happens. That is the most left I have ever left that shot. Yeah, the birdie's really out of question here. Gonna try to toss a little forehand with the pixel. Just try to lay up. Oh, that works. Start with 3 pars. Not bad. Really swirly wind here, so I'm just gonna try to throw something overstable on the flex. Throw my Roman left side on flex. Let it pan and get back. It's too low. Yeah, on the bottom. Wasn't a bad line, just needed height. This is by far the worst wind I've ever seen at this course. So, jump putt, maybe give it a run. Still a pump though, over 100 feet. That was a great bid. Worried how these conditions will pop up during the back nine. But just straddle putt here. Knock it down. There you go. Kind of gotten tired of this hole. Tired of missing it with my backhand. So I'm going to throw a forehand with my meteor. A little bit of hyzer. Push dead straight. And that's up there. Left with a look at the basket with some swirly wind. Try to knock it in there. What do we got? A little crosswind. There we go. I'm also extremely frustrated with this hole. I have just never been able to execute the flex line that I want to. I always pull it inside or leave it outside. So, yes, I'm going to go to the forehand. My flippy destroyer, flip up, push. It's almost like conceding a par. This may be really good. Who knows? I missed my line, but I don't hate that. See if we can get up and down here. That should be good enough. I think we're playing some pretty good disc golf right now. Really consistent disc golf. Hole 7 will always be tough for me. I've been going Roadrunner here at least recently on like a hyzer flip. Ending up 2 inside, so I'm going to try to line up left side of the tee pad, run to the right, and try to work a left, and then right flex forehand with the Nest Line PD. That was one of the best shots I've ever thrown on this hole, as long as there was no ground play at the end. Phenomenal. That's the only way to describe this shot, is phenomenal. Just outside the bullseye. Second birdie on one of the tougher holes to get it. Hole 8, I'm really starting to like this FD. I think it's almost, I'm really starting to like this FD. So on hole 8, I'm going to throw it again. I think this FD is honestly like a longer mid. That's how it flies. So hyzer, push, and then just try to have a look on the backside. Big forward skip. That should be somewhat of a look. Wish I got that a little bit higher, but that should be okay. Really an outside look here. So essentially in circle 3, I try a little jump and hyzer to flex out putt here. Try to just get it up there. Maybe make it. I doubt it though. Well then, that was a nice run, about the best you can expect there. A little left, take my par. Going into the hardest hole remaining. The most daunting tee shot remaining. Got to hit the gap about 100, 120 feet off the tee. So, liked how this cloud breaker's flying. I'm going to throw it, maybe a little bit anhyzer, probably flat. Just try to pump it up there as much as I can and then get right. I think stable. Yeah, probably the wrong disc choice. Maybe got to go something a little bit less stable there. Actually, a pretty good position for how short we are. You know, would want to be on that second level right there. But if I can yank the meteor inside on some turn, we can get to the basket here. It's going to be tough to do, though. Well, that was really lucky. Should be able to get up and down. Just that was low. If that was a little bit higher, that could have been really good. Got to look at the basket, but really can't go directly at it. So I'm going to throw my titanium zone on the right side of this tree right here. Hyzer and fade in. What is going on? I almost just threw in for a 3. I apologize if you couldn't see me hit the basket, but I hit right here on the basket. Coming in on hyzer from up there. Another par save to the front 9. We are 2 down with 0 bogeys. Most daunting tee shot left, in my opinion. Just want to pop the buzz, pushing dead straight on a little bit of hyzer. Want this to be good so we can go into 11 with some momentum. Inside, and should be really, really good. Just outside the bullseye here, throwing the buzz. So I think that's what I'll do. Another birdie going into hole 11, which is probably the most technical tee shot left. If we can pure that, I think we have something going. Hole 11, I think I've been throwing this FD pretty good today. So I'm going to throw this, just try to pipe it down there, possibly get an eagle look. A little bit of turn. Hit something at the end that flipped up really quickly. So if I pound on it, it does flip. But we should have a look to at least get up and down for par. Got a great bit of the flight ended up down here before we kicked down, so I'm gonna try to throw a putt up there and take a birdie, hopefully, as a plan. Get a little bit more swing to me. Yep, hit the pin. That's perfect. Hole 12. Just try to play nice and safe here. Possibly, if we get a nice skip, go for it. But just gonna throw my forehand with the Gannon Cloud Breaker. Throw it flat, maybe slide in, hyzer, let it cut back. Use the downhill to turn the disc. I think that is pretty good for what I'm doing. As long as that's not close enough to the basket to make me run it, then just lay up and take my par. Great position right here, looking straight at the OB and the basket. So I think I'm going to try to give this height, let it try to float in. If not, leave it short enough to where I still take the par. Get it high. Yep. Potentially a perfect bid right there. Walk away and take the par. A little bit closer to the OB than I did want, so I'm gonna take my meter, get the basket from the bullseye, take the par. Hole 13, now there's OB lining the entire left side, and we got a little bit of a tail right to left. I'm gonna try to throw my Roman flat, hit the gap, and then fade. It won't go too far because of the low ceiling. That has been my play here for the last few months. So see if we can knock it down here. Left it left. That was, I think, the first big mistake we had today. And got lucky to save it. We can still get up and down for the par. Good thing we have a little hyzer on the up and down here. Gonna go really slow. Put my tactic just on hyzer and let it fade. Hopefully get up and down. Almost went in. That tactic has been really bouncy recently, but should be a perfect save of the par. Nice routine par save there. I'm going to toss it in from the bullseye. Go to hole 14. See if on these last 5 holes we can get 2 birdies and go bogey free. That's all we need. Hole 14, I think the toughest birdie left. So I'm going to try my FD3 on a little bit of flex, let it fight out, hopefully give it some height. If not, still be able to save the par. That is the hope. Got a great skip. Okay, that was a bad shot. Got rewarded again. Should be able to get up and down. Just threw a zone up here for the tap in. Some weird wind down there here on hole 15. Gonna try the Z Sparkle Luna, throw it on some hyzer, let it flip slowly. That's the plan. Hopefully it works. I got extremely lucky on the left side. I heard something very late. This could be either trouble or a par save. Man, what a spot. Have to go around this tree still. We got very lucky. This is another, I think, a toss-up ante bid. There's a lot of wind down there. It's very swirly from where I am. Not sure how it is down there, actually. So toss it up there. Give it a small bid. That's so short. That's a par, though. Okay. What a spot that we are in. Pretty sure we are 4 down with 3 to go and an opportunity to end this series after only 3 tries. And these are 3 holes I feel like I can birdie. Really interesting wind here on hole 17. I'm going to try to rip a yellow T-line FD1 up there flat and let it fade. It's probably the most gettable birdie left. Shot left. We'll probably have a look, but not what I wanted. I threw enough disc to still get a look here. Have a hyzer putt from shallow circle 2. See if we can knock this down. This would be massive. Let's go, baby! That's massive. I thought that was so right. Let's go. We only need one of the two. 5 down right now. Let's go. We got the two most daunting tee shots left. 17 and 18, two of the longest holes here. So, gotta get aggressive here. Gonna go my S-Line FD1 on some hyzer, should pop up and then fade. Just want something that pushes straight for a little bit longer. Fade, 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 fade. That should be so good. That should be so good. Let's go. So here's the dilemma. I thought this shot was very good. Unfortunately, not enough juice. Some really weird footing. Gotta try to lay something out there. I got my destroyer in hand. We got some crazy wind. May have to concede the birdie. Let's try to get as far as we can and make the upshot as easy as possible. Sir, that should be a pitch up. Short here. Gonna throw my titanium zone up there, try to just save the par and play for the final hole. Let's get this up there. As long as that didn't roll down the hill, that is a par. 3 forehands for a par. We are parked. One more hole. One birdie. That's all we need. Got a 784-foot par 5 in our way between being done with this series and coming back next month. So, I'm going to try to play it smart, play a forehand straight, finishes right, then be able to pitch up twice and get the birdie. I'm going to go my Roman. Put it flat, maybe slide and hyzer, let it work straight because of the downhill. That is so good, baby. Let's go. Got one more tough shot remaining, in my opinion. I'm going to try my Meteor. Pop up on some hyzer, push dead straight. That's the plan. If we get that done, we'll have a pitch up for the birdie. Turn. That's going to be a tricky shot. I think we can still get up and down. I think we're close enough. We're at the bottom of the hill. Need a little bit more on this shot. Need to step up to my Proton Soft Hex. Throw it up there on a forehand and call it wraps. Right next to it. That should be it. Here it is. One last putt between me and another course. Let's get it done. 6 down, baby. There it is.